North Korea on Wednesday fired an intercontinental ballistic missile that flew for more than 70 minutes. Japan's defense ministry said, marking a potential new round of confrontation with Washington and its allies. The 74-minute flight time represents a marginal advancement on the missiles tested by North Korea in March and April of this year, both of which were also ICBMs. Weapons with the required range to potentially hit the continental United States. Wednesday's launch, which landed in waters near to Japan, comes after Pyongyang earlier this week threatened to shoot down US military reconnaissance aircraft engaging in what it called hostile espionage activities near its territory. The missile launch and fiery rhetoric, while not unusual for Pyongyang, arrives during a period of heightened tensions on the peninsula as Washington and Seoul ramp up their defense cooperation. It also appears timed to coincide with the NATO summit in Lithuania, where leaders from South Korea, Japan, and the US are meeting to discuss security issues, including the threat posed by North Korea. The latest missile launch, the country's first in 3 months, flew a distance of 1,000 kilometers, a stick 21 miles, and at an altitude of over 6,000 kilometers, 3,700 miles. Japan's defense ministry said flight times give an indication of a missile's range. North Korea tests most of its missiles on a highly lofted trajectory, so they splash down in nearby waters rather than a flatter trajectory as would be used in an actual attack. Japan's Coast Guard said earlier the missile was launched at 9:59 a.m. local time and fell into the Sea of Japan, also known as the East Sea, at 11:15 a.m., citing Ministry of Defense. Some experts say North Korea likely tested its developmental road-mobile Hwasong-18 ICBM, a type of solid fuel weapon that is harder to detect and intercept than the North's other liquid fuel ICMs. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un previously called the Hwasong-18 his most powerful nuclear weapon, though there is no indication the missile can successfully deliver a nuclear payload. North Korea's launch seems to be its second test of the Hwasong-18 ICBM, which was first fired on April 13. North Korea seems to be continuously advancing the missile technology based on the first test launch result, said Kim Dong, a professor at the University of North Korean Studies in Seoul. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol held an emergency National Security Council meeting in Lithuania on Wednesday morning in response to the missile launch. Yoon's press office said in a statement, Yoon is in Vilnius to attend the NATO summit. The South Korean leader said that he would call for strong international solidarity at the NATO summit in response to North Korea's launch, according to his office. A communique from the NATO meeting on Tuesday urged North Korea to abandon its ballistic missile and nuclear weapons programs, which are in violation of United Nations Security Council resolutions banning them.